Hello, good morning, people of the internet and bots. Today I want to talk about gratitude letters and also just like gratitude book ending, which I'm trying to now incorporate into my days. Um, Little by little, I'm adding things to to make my consistency day to day, to make each day less shit than the last one. So gratitude letters. They were talking about this, of course, on another Mel Robbins podcast, which I don't remember who the guest was. But they were basically, I think it was a cognitive science academic who was doing these studies about people practicing gratitude in different ways and the results. Basically, end of the story. I used to do, and sometimes periodically have done, gratitude lists, just like list of things that you're grateful for. The better way is to journal like full sentences, but it is essentially still just a list because the sentences are sort of like fill in the blanks. But this is like a new thing where you pick a person and you write them a letter, which you don't send. I mean, you could send, I suppose, but the idea is that you're thinking about a specific person in your life that you're grateful for and just like writing to them as if you're telling them all the things that you're grateful for. And yeah, so that's been a thing I've been getting into, um, just whenever I have time. So I did one the other day, and then I have just been making a list of people that I can do other ones for. Also, in the vein of gratitude, the bookend idea that I was talking about earlier. So at night, I have in my phone. I've been starting to use my notes a lot more. I have this notes app where you can do lists of stuff that you need to do, or whatever lists of stuff, grocery, shopping lists, or whatever. I've only been using it for like things that I need to do. I could do a shopping list on there, I guess, but I don't always bring my phone. I have two different phones. Anyway, um, so I have sort of my ongoing list of stuff that I need to do. I also have my written list here, which I tend to use a bit more because some of the stuff I have to do on my phone. So to have it also on my phone. Anyway, um, but just because when you're like there at night going to sleep, that's when my brain starts being like, you should do this, you should do that, don't forget about this, and then at least I'm just writing it down and then it's there. So I've got two different lists. Some of the items are on both lists, fine. Um, but also as I'm doing it at night, I can be like, oh, I've actually done this and this is done, and then I think that is like a little like closing, um, for whatever reason. My brain feels like things have been done, so that's helpful for me getting to sleep. So that's the at night thing. I have my note for gratitude, my things that I've accomplished that I'm like glad that I actually did something that day. So that's more like gratitude for yourself, which I guess is also very important because you are always there. Other people come and go. Um, and then in the morning, on the same podcast where they were talking about the letters, um, the first thing that I do, I'm starting to get into this whole morning routine, which I spoke about yesterday. And I've been doing, the first thing I do is I get up and make my bed. And while I'm making my bed now, I'm thinking about the things that I'm grateful for. It's harder on the weekends because it's like my husband is there and we're in the morning routine that is a bit more challenging at times. But yeah, as much as possible, like while I'm making the bed, which is like takes 2 minutes. I mean, there's so many things. I live in first world right now. I finally did get confirmation from immigration that I can stay here, even though I don't have the paperwork that says that. So that's good. I don't need to leave. But yeah, just a lot of the like modern conveniences, bed, roof, food, all that stuff. Go through that in the morning, have that as like the way to start the day. Um, yeah, then I can, obviously, I'm pretty healthy more or less, have a few little things, but that's on the list of things in my head there. And also on the letters, just to jump back, because I can't just have like a straight line of thought, no. I keep adding to the list of like people that I'm grateful to, and some of them are old workmates, like people, old coworkers who I either learned a lot from or enjoyed working with or stuff like that, and old friends, family members, all that stuff. And so, and even people who are in my current life. So I'm volunteering a bit during the week, and some of the people who are in those groups or who are organizing those groups, planning on making sort of letters to them. And yeah, so I've done one so far, and it was very short. Like, it doesn't need to be 5 pages long. But those I also have in my phone, so I can always go back and add things. Like, it doesn't need to be like, okay, we're sitting down and we're doing 300 words straight off the bat. Like, sit down, write a few sentences, leave it for a bit, come back. What else? These have been great. I've been using my wireless headphones a lot more. The last ones that I got wet when I was working and stopped charging. So these are good because they don't fall out quite as easily. They sort of like strap around your ear like that. And then I can listen to music or podcasts as I'm sort of going around doing stuff. And I think that's stopping me from just scrolling videos, because I'm already doing that, plus usually another thing. Although I can try to be doing 5 things at the same time, so that it's not necessarily 100%. But yeah, it's like a sort of like a slightly better distraction than just scrolling videos. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that new habit that I'm trying to get into my daily life. So very quickly, I'm going to go through my 8 things to tell yourself in the morning, even though it's a bit later in the morning because I've already done a bunch of stuff and actually need to go in a bit. But anyway, here we go. So the 8 things. Number 1, today is going to be a great day. Something cool is going to happen today. No matter what happens today, I can handle it. An exciting new chapter in my life is starting today. I need to give myself more credit for how hard I'm trying. I'm allowed to be a work in progress. If I keep showing up, life will reward me. And finally, number 8, I have an important contribution to make to the world. To be seen, but anyway, I hope you're doing well and that today was better than it was yesterday. Or if you had a good day yesterday, that today is also a good day. I don't know.